What's up everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Audrey Pensyl and today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make the best chocolate chip cookies in the whole world. At least they are to me and my husband. We think these cookies are wonderful. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and let me know down in the comments if you tried this recipe and what you think of it. And don't forget to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. So without further ado, this is how you make the cookies. Also, a disclaimer, this is not my recipe. I got this online, so I will search all over the internet, try and find it, and link it down below for you. First thing you'll need is 2 sticks of salted butter. Next thing we'll need is some sugar. This beautiful, wonderful smelling brown sugar. You'll need vanilla extract. Very important ingredient is baking soda, salt, chocolate chips. You could really use any kind of chocolate chip, dark, light, or I like to do both butterscotch and chocolate chip in some of my cookies. But today we're just gonna do regular and dark chocolate. I almost forgot, but you can't forget 2 eggs. First thing we're gonna do is preheat the oven to 350. Get our 2 butter sticks and we're gonna melt these in the microwave part way. Not fully, a little lumpy still. Yeah. Also, just so you know, I double the original recipes, so all of the measurements I give you are twice of what the original is. Just so you know. Beautiful butter. Microwave time. Okay, 25 seconds. This is what your butter should look like. Partially melted. As you can see, there's still lumps in there. That's what you want it to be. Okay, we're gonna come over to our stand mixer here. I don't think you need one. It just makes everything easier and a lot smoother. So plug this baby in. It's so cute. And then we're going to take our butter and pour it in first. Perfect. Alright. Butter goes in and of course we splash a little. Alrighty, we're going to take our brown sugar and our white, just plain sugar over to the mixer and add these in. 1 cup of white sugar and a half a cup of the brown sugar. Make sure you get it level. We add that. And for the brown sugar, we're gonna want, oops, I just got on the floor. We're gonna want to pack it down though. But still make sure it's even. Okay, nice and full. This is so satisfying to me. Bink. A perfect little lump of brown sugar. I forgot to attach the mixer. You're gonna want to use one that's not like the whisk kind because it's gonna get pretty thick. Lock it and we're just gonna mix it till it's mostly incorporated. Doesn't have to be perfect. And like that's good. The next thing we're gonna add are our 2 eggs and our 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Honestly, if you really like vanilla, you could add a little bit extra. I don't really care. So I just put the amount. Save these because we'll need them for the salt and baking soda. 2 eggs. Try not to do that. Fail, but it's okay. No shells. and 2. So this is really important, is to not over mix. You're only going to want to do it for about 10-15 seconds just so the eggs and the vanilla are like with everything else. The reason you don't want to over mix this is if you mix eggs too long, it'll make it tougher instead of softer. So trick is don't over mix. Okay, so now to this wet mixture, we're gonna add 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon, and maybe a little extra, of salt. And then we're gonna mix it up. While you're mixing it up, you want, like when it's getting close to being done, it should unstick to the bowl. So if you have to add flour, you can. It kind of depends where you are in the world, because when I was in Pittsburgh, I'd have to add a lot more than I do here. Like I'd probably end up adding a half a cup extra of flour because it's so much more humid there than it is here in Colorado. So you want it to be not sticking to the bowl, not sticking to your hands, but not where it's like crumbling, you can't roll it into a ball. You'll see though. So 3 cups of flour, which I'm actually kind of running low on. 2. The flour is not as important to be exact with. So a half a teaspoon of salt, and you could kind of make it a little extra. She uses like flakes in hers, which I tried that once before, and I actually prefer it with regular like salt. It tasted saltier to me when it used the flakes. So now we do 1 teaspoon of our baking soda. Okay, now we slowly mix it up because you don't want the flour to fly out of your bowl. So as you could tell, or maybe I don't know if you could, it is not sticking to the sides of the bowl, and the consistency, I don't know if any of you remember a moon sand, but that is kind of what it feels like. So now we are done with our mixer, and this is a personal preference. So she normally adds a certain amount of chocolate chips, but what I do is we actually like these plain as well as chocolate chip. My husband's not a super chocolate person, so I'll ball up like half of these that are just plain, and then I'll eyeball it and just add however much chocolate chips I want to the rest. If you have non-stick cookie sheets, you don't have to spray, and I actually think it doesn't require you to on regular ones, but I might because they can kind of stick. But let's ball them up. I like to make these cookies pretty big, probably the size of a ping pong ball is what I like to make them. And they don't spread out a whole lot, so you can put them pretty close. I'm gonna add chocolate chips to the rest of this. It's about half, maybe a little less than half. But yeah, basically I just eyeball it. So what I'm gonna do is just toss these leftover chocolate chips and mix it up with my hands. So let's ball the chocolate chip ones up now. So our chocolate chip cookies are gonna go in the oven. Remember, it's at 350, and you're gonna wanna check them about 9 minutes, but these will probably take 10. They're pretty big. but I'll show you how to kind of test them. You do not want them to be golden brown. They're gonna want to look pretty pale, and you'll start to see almost look like they're like a little cracked on top. But let's put them in. One cookie. Two cookies just finished. This is kind of how I test them. I pat them, and they need like a little hard shell sort of thing on top, but I think they're pretty white. They're not golden brown. I'm gonna do about 30-40 seconds more. Well, I just had my camera fall, spilled a huge glass of water, and of course now they're ready. So let's try and set this up. Get them out before they're overcooked. Okay, hopefully you can see me. Yeah, these are done. I ended up doing a whole minute longer. So, as you can see, and I'm showing you on the not chocolate chip, they look like cracked, but they're not golden brown. That's like the perfect one. This is what the chocolate chip ones look like. The cookies have been sitting here for about a minute or two, and I don't know if you could tell, but they have deflated just a little bit. That's normal. Wait maybe like 5 minutes before you take them off the cookie sheet and put them onto the cooling rack, because they have to set. So you can eat them now. Oh look, I just got this one up. But they'll be super soft and they'll almost taste underbaked, but some people don't mind that. I like them after they've been sitting for a couple hours and they firm up, and they're just this chewy, fluffy, wonderful cookie. So good. Like, oh, I can't wait to break that open and show you. There they are in all their glory. Cue the cookie montage. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please try this recipe. It was super awesome. Go check out the lady's link down below and give her some support, because she was the one that created this recipe. So thank you again for watching. Please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you later. Love you. Bye.